Guys, welcome back to another Aiden unboxing video. Now, I think it's finally time. I think it's finally time we do this. So you guys remember when I would always y'all remember when I would always I would always review books or book series. I would always review books. No, not just books, but like full book series and do two-parters on them. Already did that twice. One with Wimpy Kid and with Big Nate. Now this time, this is actually something I've been saving for a good while now, and I think it's finally time. I think it's finally the opportunity to do it. Captain Underpants. Well, this isn't actually the OG Captain Underpants book. This is the 25th anniversary edition of the original Captain Underpants book that I got. I don't really have the I don't think I have the original Captain Underpants book, like the original print of it in color. But yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing the Captain Underpants book, and I'm gonna be reviewing the Captain Underpants series. So basically, for those who don't already know, Captain Underpants is a book series about two creative boys, George Beard and Harold Hutchins, two kids who love to pull pranks and write comic books. George is the one who writes, while Harold's the one who draws. But then they accidentally. But then in the well, yeah, this is a prime example of them causing mischief. Pick your own roses. Pick our noses. You think I'd do that on live YouTube? Nah. But yeah. This was their very first book of Captain Underpants. Well, George and Harold came up with the character themselves. George and Harold came up with the characters themselves. Tra la la. Yeah. The hunk. He looks so silly, the Incredible Hunk. He actually looks pretty silly. And then this. This is Principal Krupp, the not so nice, not so friendly principal of the school George and Harold go to. He doesn't like fun. Krupp just doesn't like fun. You know, he doesn't like fun. That's until one day when George and Harold causing mischief again, and as well as a prank they caused. Was that a prank they caused? Yeah. Yeah, I think it actually. Yeah, I think George and Harold did that. Yep, it's all George and Harold's fault. That's until one day when George and Harold when George all of a sudden found a hypno ring, and then and first they made him dance, then they made him, and then they hypnotized him into other things, like a chicken or a gorilla. But then, yeah. And then they accidentally turn him into the one and only Captain Underpants. Yep, he turns into a Captain Underpants. But then Captain Underpants accidentally runs out. At first, Captain Underpants didn't really seem like a hero. He didn't really seem like a hero, as he didn't really know how to fight or anything like that. Nah, he didn't really know how to fight. Oh yeah, look, these are the main series of Pilkey at the moment. Well, it's mostly just Dogman and Cat Kid, but Captain Underpants is discontinued, unfortunately. But but soon I heard there'll be a Captain Underpants manga coming soon, like the literal day before my birthday. Will there be a Captain Underpants manga coming on that day? I know exactly what I'm getting for my birthday this year. But yeah, two robots under the control of under the control of Diaper Man, the Dr. Diaper. Yeah, Dr. Diaper. Yeah, two robots under the control of Dr. Diaper. Oh yeah, Flipporama. Flipporama, the iconic Flipporama. This is hard to do one-handed. I can't actually do the Flipporama. There's like no actual way I can do the Flipporama, unless if I get some really complex phone camera gear, and maybe it'll be possible. But yeah, this basically introduces the Flipporamas. Flipporamas are a big thing in Pilkey books. Most notably in Captain Underpants and Dogman, which the Dogman series I will get to that in the future. But yeah, they defeat the robots. Then they knock out Dr. Diaper. George and Harold causing mischief, but then Miss Ribble snaps, and I think you know what happens next after that. Oh yeah, the original of Captain Underpants, showcasing how much of a spoiled brat Pilkey was as a kid. I love how his teacher is just Miss Ribble. Like they couldn't be any more creative with this. Underwear is not funny, but yeah, underwear, like most toilet humor nowadays is just not that funny. Most humor nowadays comes from the internet. Yeah. Humor is not really about potty material anymore, but and that was the inspiration for George and Harold. One of he was forced to sit on the hallway every single day due to his unfortunate behavior. Miss Ribble doesn't like that, however, and keeps ripping up, does not like it, unfortunately. As he grew older, he kept doing he kept doing the same thing. Yeah. And that's what led Pilkey to become the author he is today. Oh yeah, a bonus comic featuring Dogman. bonus comic featuring Dogman. Bonus comic featuring Dogman, which I probably won't actually cover. I'm gonna save the Dogman series for another time, like I said. I was originally gonna do this back in like early 2022. The second book, Talking Toilets. So basically what happens here comes in our pretty armchairs. Harold, the boys change it to come see our hairy armpits. Nah. The more I think about it, the less funny it actually is. Here, George and Harold invent a whole army of talking toilets. I think this is where we meet Melvin. Wait, is Melvin in that book? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really read a whole lot of it. But yeah. George and Harold get busted again for the prank they caused. Busted. Yeah. That's actually a threat though. Kind of. George and Harold came up with a unique hack. This is the talking toilets that George and Harold came up with. Oh. Oh. This is where they get suspended. This is where the boys get suspended for I think they invented the yeah, this is where the boys invented the talking toilets. Mr. Meaner gets eaten up. And then they snap their fingers and he turns into a Captain Underpants. Green slop, stinky green slop. And then they shoot at all the talking toilets. Oh yeah, this also awakens the Turbo Toilet 2000, which is in a later book of Captain Underpants. I would show y'all, but it's probably not even gonna work. Oh. This is, I think Captain Underpants got eaten up by the toilet. The Robo Plunger. Oh yeah, that's the Robo Plunger. Beating the crap out of the turbo toilet. And then the teachers have to suffer the and now And now the teachers suffer the now the teachers have to suffer the now the teachers have to suffer the consequences. Oh yeah, Dogman. Another Dogman book. Yeah, that's it for the second. Oh wait, I forgot to give out my ratings for each for the Captain Underpants books thus far. This one's like a 7. This one's like a 7.5. Good start to the series. And this one, an 8. Up next is the Captain Underpants and the invasion of the incredibly naughty cafeteria ladies from outer space and the subsequent assault of the nautically evil lunchroom zombie nerds. Why? Why? Why are the titles always so long? I don't get it. Anyways, in this one, nasty toilet pee-pee sandwiches. Formerly new tasty cheese and lentil pot pies. Those actually sound good, actually. Pot pies would sound good right about now. So the lunch ladies try to make some crispy crumb cakes. Ooh, unique name. But as they were trying to make it, gabloosh. Each of the lunch ladies get mad at him. Wait. Oh yeah, oh wait, yeah. I think George and Harold were responsible for this, and oh yeah, they also quit. Oh yeah, then there's also the there's also the cafeteria ladies from outer space. They now they take care of George and Harold. After drinking some super evil rapid growth juice. Wait. Oh yeah, this is how they became the zombies. This is how they became the zombies. Yeah. George and Harold beat up the cafeteria ladies themselves. And Captain Underpants is there too, and then there's also the super evil rapid growth juice causes a plant to turn evil. They get a lot of obscure liquids and try to beat up the try to beat up the try to beat up the these guys. Zombie nerds. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, yeah. The three evil space guys locked them up, and they escape, and yeah, yeah. After the dandelion attacks Captain Underpants, he fights back, and yeah, yeah. They they return everyone to normal, and another Dogman comic. Another Dogman comic. Another Dogman comic. Perilous plot of Professor Poopy Pants. This has the name changer. Yeah. This is the teacher with the silly name, and after it's all of a sudden revealed, everyone makes fun of him, and and they all and he gets revenge by making a name chart for everyone to change their names to silly names. My silly name would be my silly name would be Stinky Banana Brains. Stinky Banana Brains, or according to my channel name, I would be I would be Stinky Chicken Pants. Yeah, Stinky Chicken Pants. You know what? Let's might as well just rename my might as well just rename my might as well just rename my might as well just rename and rebrand my channel to Stinky Chicken Pants. Yeah. After they get caught, after George and Harold get caught, they're forced to do work themselves, and after being teased by the teachers, George and Harold pull a very mischievous really malicious prank on the teachers. Very malicious prank on the teachers, which, yeah, I guess that would work for payback. My name is Professor Pippy P. Poopy Pants. And then they all start laughing. He invents a size ray, and then he grows it big. After he turns he turns it all. Well, no, I think Poopy Pants is large size. I think the school must be large size. Yeah. Oh no way! I think they are. I think they are small. Yeah. Large hand. Fliporama against Captain Underpants and Poopy Pants, and Captain Underpants won. Even everyone in jail makes fun of him. Definitely the best book so far. and definitely the best in the series so far. 9 out of 10. This being a 6.5. I mean, it's not bad or anything, but it's definitely the weakest. Yeah, it's the weakest. All right, Wrath of the Wicked Wedgie Woman. This is the one where Miss Ribble this is the one where Miss Ribble has really weird, demented, mutated hair. Please wear your socks on the gym floor. Please go pee-pee on your socks for warmth. Ew. Come to think of it, George and Harold are actually pretty gross. I'm starting to think of it, George and Harold are actually kind of gross. Miss Ribble caught them red-handed and yeah. This is also where Captain Underpants, Mr. Krupp and Ribble get married. Yeah, but Miss Ribble just doesn't accept. Freaky Weeky. On Monday was a no school day. Tuesday was a pick nose and pajama day. Wednesday was a rotten garlic egg salad sandwich day. And wearing mustaches too. Thursday, food fight, and Friday was a bee day. Bubba hubba wah. He kept saying the same thing He kept saying the exact same thing every day. He kept saying the same thing for that in that week, and then comes the wedding. Miss Ribble fully vents towards Mr. Krupp about how she refuses to marry him. And it's because of that nose. Yeah. And George and Harold, like always, trick the two. And then Miss Ribble catches them. She after her crash out, she knocks over a pillar, and then all of the food lands on the kids. This is where Miss Ribble really crashes out. After that malicious disaster of a wedding, she gets mad at George and Harold and drops their grades to F's and G's. I'm not sure if there's I don't know if there's actually such thing as a G grade. I'm pretty sure the lowest it can go to is an F. Snaps her fingers. They snap their fingers and change their grades. That's all. But unfortunately, that leads to something worse. Miss Ribble turns evil, and then she turns into the Wedgie Woman. Her hair mutates. And after he kicks the the Wedgie Woman, aka Miss Ribble, kidnaps George and Harold and replaces them with two other two robots, two AIs to take their place, and he accidentally kicks a ball out of a ball out of a page. And Classic meta humor right there. He snaps his own fingers this time, Mr. Krupp, and Miss Ribble causes a lot of trouble across town, and the two robots cause lots of other mischief across town. And the one thing they need is everything except fabric softener. How inconvenient! There's no fabric softener in that store. Oh yeah, this is the part where where us young readers got in trouble by the police at this part. We were told to give ourselves 11 spankings and a timeout. Nah, it's just a flip-o-rama. Literally every single flip-o-rama in Captain Underpants is like this, and yet the characters in the book get in trouble, they get mad at us for this. Yeah, there's nothing bad will happen to me if I do these flip-o-ramas. After they balded her hair, their hair becomes balded, George and Harold, and then Miss Ribbles goes back to normal. Second best of the series so far, 8.5. All right, the last in the all right, no, we've made it to the last in the first half of the series. Big bad battle of the bionic booger boy. Nasty nostril nuggets. Please wash your hands in the toilet. He does exactly that. Please wash your hands after using the toilet, is what it said before. Oh yeah, I think this is where George and Harold get a hamster named Sulu, and then that hamster punishes Melvin. Spanking humor is actually pretty huge. Is actually a pretty recurring thing for the Captain Underpants series. The comic is mightier than the spitball. Oh yeah, the ketchup method. This is where George and Harold put ketchup packets in between the two in between the toilet layers, and so whenever it goes to the potty, they'll get ketchup splattered on their legs. This is where it is, and yeah. Melvin stops them. This is where Melvin turns into the booger boy. Originally he intended to make a robot of himself, like a mind. This is his fantasy. It's become the Combinatron, and combine him with an AI, and so that way he can become really intelligent and powerful. And unfortunately, he sneezed during the process, and what he becomes is this. Ugh. Yeah. He becomes a nasty. He becomes a nasty robot booger hybrid with a mashup of three things: a boy, a booger, and a robot. Ugh. Separatron. Melvin invented a Separatron 1000, which will change him back into a boy, and he's causing lots of gross out and lots of mischief across the school. He sneezed and it caused a huge mess. Things get worse when they get into the when they go to a factory for a field trip, and after an outrage, Melvin becomes worse, and yeah, he grows and causes lots of havoc towards the city. After George and Harold snap their fingers, Captain Underpants saves Miss Anthrope, and Miss Anthrope gives him a lot of kisses. Nah. Go get him, Tiger, and he does oh no. I think the slobbery kisses from Miss Anthrope caused him to turn back into a Captain Krupp. Melvin eats Krupp, and Sulu comes in and saves the day. Beats up Melvin, and then after they use the Combinatron on Melvin, he switches back. Into a Melvin. But then it's a bit of a twist up, and yeah, it worked with the Combinatron. But then a bunch of leftovers from the collision come to life, and yeah. And now the five characters are under attack by the yeah. And that was part 1 of the Captain Underpants series. The first part of the whole Captain Underpants series ended on a cliffhanger with a bunch of leftovers from the Booger Boy hybrid came to attack George, Harold, Krupp, Melvin, and Sulu. Yeah. Next video I will cover the second half of the series, and yeah, books 7 to 12. As for my rating on this one, it will probably be like a 8 out of 10. I mean 7.5 out of 10 actually, because it may have been good, but I mean, it was pretty good, though the gross out definitely held it back. Lots of gross out and sensitivity that held it back from being better. Anyways, expect part 2 in the next couple. Expect part 2 in the next couple weeks or so, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and then click the bell if you don't want to miss any new content from the channel. I'll see you in part 2. Bye.